Welcome to this informational demo on the Just 5 Minutes program for schools. We've taken the latest research on the neurology of kindness and compassion, and we've created this daily program for teachers to use in the classroom in order to address bullying, aggression, and a range of issues that determine school climate. We all know students only learn when they feel safe. Our goal is that sense of safety not be based solely on whether adults around students can help them feel safe, but on a shared trust among the students in the school. Embedded in the daily exchanges are concepts and language that give youth coping and nonviolent conflict resolution skills. The program includes activities that are integrated into existing staff meetings. These brief exchanges help staff clarify what is working well and how they might more effectively implement the program in each of their classrooms. Staff members begin to see the benefits of the program and, in that process, learn valuable concepts and language that further support their efforts in the classroom. There is a parent program as well. We know that not all parents will participate, but as they see it help with discipline at home, word will begin to spread from parent to parent, and over time, we hope that family participation will increase also. Here's how the program works. Each day, the teacher sets aside 5 minutes for a very carefully designed dialogue or discussion. Most days, students are paired with another student, each taking 2 minutes to respond to the prompt for the day. The last minute is a reflection or a suggestion from the teacher that reinforces the concept used in the prompt for that day. Students are paired with a different student each day until each child has had an exchange with all of the others in their class and one exchange with the teacher, and then they begin the rotation again. Prompts early on are lots of fun and are meant to provide a very safe entry into the process of talking with kids in the classroom that a student might not have ever approached before. Laughter is a great bonding mechanism and will be part of some of the prompts all year long. So at first, having kids come up with the longest list of kinds of pizza toppings they both like might be a shared experience. But before long, students begin the process of each speaking for 2 uninterrupted minutes with their partner, learning to listen closely. As they master that, they are also having the moment at the end where they might talk with one another about one thing they heard to which they could relate, imagine, or understand. So the first step is helping students learn good listening skills and finding ways in which they're similar. As the year progresses, students begin to share about issues that are emotionally challenging or emotionally bonding, and each daily prompt includes one more tip or skill that builds emotional intelligence. Additionally, language and concepts are included that help students learn how to have the courage to stand up for a victim on the playground or negotiate their way through a difficult situation. As they move through the grades, we begin to add the messages that give youth alternatives for those who may secretly be thinking of self-injury, suicide, or self-medicating against the emotional pain they may have. Because students begin to have more compassion for one another, they also become additional eyes and ears for us to help encourage one another toward healthier behaviors and to solicit help when they're concerned about a peer's welfare. The program is designed to give ideas for coping skills for challenges youth will soon be facing, but enough ahead of time that they can be trying alternatives to those behaviors that would leave them at the greatest risk. So those are some of the ways the program helps every single student. But there is also a wonderful change in school climate as well. A woman being interviewed recently was talking about the art of storytelling and the value of old traditions of non-digital communication. And she said, "When you know someone else's story, it is much more difficult to hate them. One of the goals of this program is that students learn little bits of one another's stories, a little at a time, find their commonness in some areas, and learn compassion for their differences. The family program parallels the topics for the school program, which helps reinforce the language and the concepts for the students. So now, let's look again at the research base for this. Leaders in the field of emotional intelligence pointed out decades ago that student success is more dependent on their emotional well-being than their intelligence. A very bright child whose self-esteem is badly battered will be less likely to succeed than an average student who feels self-assured and has a can-do attitude. So we've known for a long time the importance of emotional intelligence. More recently, though, researchers at Berkeley and several other leading universities have been noting the role played by the vagus nerve. We now know that students that have a high vagus nerve response will stay in from recess and help appear with unfinished homework. They're much more apt to easily stand up against a bully in defense of a victim on the playground. This program is based on the understanding of that critical role of the vagus nerve. Engagement of the vagus nerve for compassion and kindness is connected with how the vagus nerve helps us with our gaze, and how we take in information from someone else's expression. The vagus nerve response helps children to build trust and to become trustworthy. We also know that, particularly for students from families where relationships are not built on vagus nerve involvement, activating this response will require daily opportunities to engage. It is also critical that this begin at as early an age as possible, so this program is designed to begin in the 3rd month of 1st grade. Teachers are encouraged to have students take turns talking during rug time and planting the seeds of one person talking and all the others listening. Once students are able to do that, just 5 minutes can be introduced. This program includes guidelines for counselors to lead groups for those children who just can't function within the program at first, to help them learn the basic skills needed: patience, taking turns, and so on. As the year progresses, there are optional activities for 1 day a week. While fidelity of the program requires 4 days a week of learning the skills suggested, there will be specific and unique challenges that most classrooms will see. So 1 day a week, teachers will be able to choose a prompt that addresses a specific issue, such as tattling, including others in play for the earlier grades, and moving into racism, bullying, or social media issues for the older students. We encourage schools to have students take anonymous surveys once they're old enough to do so, in order for staff to hear about concerns students have that they may not want to voice in front of their peers. Surveys from parents are very helpful as well. So that's an overview of the program and a bit of an orientation to how it works. Every aspect is essential, so it won't work for schools to have only teachers implementing this with students. Administrators also need to engage staff in the activities that make this meaningful for them as well. Having the opportunity to practice this on a daily basis allows students to generalize those skills into their everyday lives, and the benefits ripple out for all of us. There's a downloadable PDF with the program description on the website. It will give additional insights into the benefits of this program. Please call us with questions. We look forward to working with you on building a more kind, compassionate, trusting, and trustworthy school climate for all of your buildings. Thanks so much.